Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am talking about a very nice cheap pen, and that is the Moonman T1. Moonman brings out a lot of pens that are copies of other pens or inspired by other pens. Lots of pen companies in China do this. I'm not terribly bothered by it, but Moonman also brings some new stuff to the table, and the T1 is not terribly original, but it does have some originality to it. It is a piston filler. Of course, all piston fillers that are demonstrators sort of look alike to me, but this specific pen has a faceted cap, which I really like. Sad thing is that, I don't know if this will focus, the end of the cap does seem to be inspired a little bit by Kaweco, but this cap has many more facets, so it is definitely different. I'm going to show you a close-up of this video. I'm going to ink it on camera, which might be a bad idea, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'm going to give you my first impressions of how this writes. Yeah, it should be good. Let's go switch the shot. Okay, here we are with the Moonman. So the Moonman came in this box. It was shut with like this tape that I had to cut loose, which is weird. I never had that with a Moonman pen before, but I guess it was just to secure everything in there. There's a nice tagline here, Moonman, feel the temperature of writing. I wonder if that's correct translation. It's a fairly hilarious translation. But okay, let's go and look at the pen. It is a very traditional coffin-like box, which is very usual for pens. And this is the Moonman. And when I got this, I was really surprised with the color. They call this a green, but it's much more teal than I expected it to be. And it is a very striking color. It is a little more green in real life, but it is very nice. I'm not the biggest fan of regular green, so this suits me just fine. As you can see, the cap is made of like an aluminum type finish, and it's colored, and the piston knob is also colored. Then when you unscrew this cap, you see that the section is also colored. This specific Moonman comes with the number 6 nib, which is a lovely nib. I really like it. They could sometimes come to you a little dry, but if you pair it with the right ink, I don't think that's a problem at all. They always say that they are fine nibs, but they tend to be medium fine-ish for me. I don't know if this one is, because I of course have not inked it yet. This is my first time actually seeing it, and first time that I'm going to ink it. I love the way this pen looks when you twist this around. So I don't know how many facets there are, but there are a lot. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 facets, and it looks very nice. As I said before, the cap, the top of the cap does make me think about Kaweco a little bit, but the rest of this pen seems to be fairly original. It does not seem to be a copy. Like, if you remove the cap and put a different cap on this, you might think, oh, it looks like a TWSBI, but then you have this section that is colored and metal, and then you think, well, maybe it's not TWSBI. So it is definitely a nice offering from Moonman. I don't know if I've said this before, but this is one of their first piston fillers. It works fairly smoothly, no problems there. It does not go all the way in. You might be able to fix that if you disassemble this pen. I'm not going to do that. Like, this full barrel of ink is just fine. Definitely enough, and it's smooth, so there's no use in trying to disassemble it to grease it up. I have not tried to take this off. I will try. I don't know if it's meant to come off. I don't think it's meant to come off. That's very tightly on there, and I'm afraid to pull it even more. So section is not supposed to come off. Okay, let's go to inking this. I grabbed a diamine ink made for cult pens. They call this Little Chris. I think the normal name is Christine. And I've forgotten what kind of color this is because I have way too much ink. But let's just go ink it up and we'll see what it is. Yeah, made in England for cult pens. It is a blue. And it looks like a sheeny blue. I don't know if you can see that on the rim. Probably not. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the ink actually spurts in there. So if you look at that, it doesn't do it. Okay, I gotta redo it. Guys, gotta redo it. Okay, let's see. Oh, it doesn't do it. It was like a spurt of ink coming into the barrel through the feed. Put this away. Paper towel time. I like that you can see whether this section is actually clean by looking at it. Sometimes you have a dark section and you're like, did I get all the ink off? And then you're like, ooh, dirty finger time. That should be good. This ink seems to cling to the nib a little, but I don't mind that. Anyway, it's impossible for me to keep clean fingers anyway, so I don't know why I try. Okay, barrel is fairly full. Let's see how it writes. Oh yeah, that is a very smooth nib. This is one of the smoothest Moonman nibs I've ever used. I keep doing these first impressions on rhodia paper. This is a rhodia pad, and I really do not like rhodia paper. I think this pen would even feel better on my normal notebook, which is a Leuchtturm. See if I can zoom in a little more, like that. So this nib is very, very smooth. This is one of the finer offerings that I've had. Still not super fine. If you're looking for like a Japanese fine, this is not it. If you look at the size, it is a very good size for me. It's not too long. It is light. It's not heavy at all. Posting, I guess you could post this pen, but it becomes terribly unbalanced. Like the cap makes it so heavy. I would not do that. Like this is a very, very comfortable weight. And I think everyone could use this pen for long stretches of time. One of the downsides to this pen that might not be a downside for everyone is that it does not have a clip. And normally when pens do not have a clip and have a type of cap that I can fit a Kaweco clip on, I would put it on there. But because this is differently faceted than the Kawecos, I don't think it's going to work. And I really, really want a clip on this pen. So if anyone has some advice about where I could get a clip for this pen, please let me know, because that will make it such a good daily writer for me. I could just clip it to my shirt or my dress when I go to work and just pull it out constantly. Because it is so lovely to write with. But right now, it's just a journal pen for me. So that's kind of sad. But yeah, let me know if you know a clip that would fit this. If you have any questions about this pen or anything else, please let me know. I really am enjoying this pen, and this might become a situation in which I collect all the colors because they are not expensive. I paid about $16 or $18 for mine, and they are delightful to write with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.